ATP, energy currency of the cell and types of phosphorylation.
This is our friend Allie. Allie is exhausted from her long day at work and can't stop thinking about food. But she realizes she has an apple in her purse. Once Allie eats the apple, she is happy and energized and feels like a brand new person. But why?
We can tell you why. Allie felt energized after she ate her apple because apples contain carbohydrates. These carbohydrates go down to Allie's stomach and are digested in her gut microbes. This metabolic breakdown produces adenosine triphosphate, also known as ATP.
Well, what is ATP?
ATP is the most widely used form of energy in cells and is used to drive different biosynthetic coupled reactions.
Such reactions, like food storage and light sources in microorganisms, require ATP to stay alive.
Looking at the structure of adenosine phosphate molecule shown below, adenosine triphosphate is composed of both adenosine monophosphate, also known as AMP, and adenosine diphosphate, also known as ADP, connected to a ribose sugar and an adenine base.
Taking a closer look at the bonds in ATP, it contains two phosphoanhydride bonds that can be broken to transfer one or two phosphate groups to drive endergonic reactions. An AMP is bound by an ester linkage to the sugar, which cannot be easily transferred. This one structure of ATP plays a huge role in our cellular functions.
The main role of ATP is to take cellular enzymes from the environment to convert energy sources using ATP to biosynthesize and carry out mechanical work of the cell.
Most processes in our cells use coupled reactions known as catabolism and anabolism. As seen in the diagram, catabolism is the breakdown of cells, which releases ATP as a product, whereas anabolism is the production of cells, which needs ATP to start the reaction.
Above us, you can find the simplified version. Catabolism is an exergonic reaction, and anabolism is an endergonic reaction.
Going back to Allie, eating her apple formed a catabolic reaction by producing ATP in her gut microbes that was released to provide energy to her cells, forming anabolic reactions to continue her busy workday using her fine motor skills and large muscle movements at her desk.
One easy trick to remember ATP is to think of ATP as money. Individuals earn money to purchase goods. In comparison, cells use ATP to form DNA, RNA, and proteins.
And always remember that ATP is the energy currency of the cell.
ATP is manipulated in several processes, one including phosphorylation. There are 3 phosphorylation reactions that generate ATP: substrate level phosphorylation, oxidative level phosphorylation, and photophosphorylation.
Substrate level phosphorylation is the enzymatic production of ATP through the transfer of a phosphate group from a reactive intermediate to ADP. Substrate level phosphorylation occurs in glycolysis and the Krebs cycle.
Oxidative phosphorylation is a chemiosmotic process used by chemotrophs to generate ATP, using the energy captured from oxidation of a chemical substrate. Oxidative phosphorylation occurs in the electron transport chain.
Photophosphorylation is a chemiosmotic process used by phototrophs to generate ATP using light energy. Photophosphorylation occurs in photosynthesis.
All three of these phosphorylation reactions generate ATP in our cells, which accumulates to the great amount of ATP produced in microorganisms and ourselves daily.
Don't forget, ATP is the currency of the cell.
Eat your apples for energy.
This production was written and produced by Anna Shaffett and Rosamond Miller. We covered an overview of what ATP is by stating the main role, functions, and processes. We briefly covered the 3 types of phosphorylation that generate ATP. This was created in PowerPoint and closed captioned using PowerPoint. We used our textbook, Microbiology 3rd edition, to acquire most of our information and images. Additional images were acquired from Khan Academy and Easy Biology class. The links to these websites are provided under the pictures. The rest of the images were acquired from PowerPoint's PixArt PNG illustrations or from free from copyright downloading sites.